Hey YouTube, this is my first YouTube video. I am Charisma Calhoun. This is really hard for me to do this, but I decided I was not gonna be ashamed no more because I have been grappling with shame about my situation. I'm homeless right now. I'm currently living in a homeless shelter. I'm not gonna say which homeless shelter to protect my privacy, but basically, long story short, moved into an apartment. And the first week that I was in the apartment, the landlord installed a camera outside my apartment. I was not, I was the only one on that floor. I was the only one on that floor. So, and it was facing, the camera was facing me, my apartment. And there were people on the third floor, no camera on that floor. Long story short, it escalated. Just the harassment escalated and escalated. Him asking me personal questions about my sexuality. Him demanding that I never have male company. Telling me to call him daddy. You know, just weird stuff. Stalking me. Telling me that, oh, you know, every time you come and go, I know when you come and go, it's attached to my phone. When my car pulls up, coming outside and just staring at me and just basically making me feel uncomfortable. Knocking on my door at all hours of the day and night, demanding he be let into my apartment so he could quote unquote talk. And me refusing to let him in because there's no reason for you to come in. My rent's paid. You know, there's no maintenance emergency. Leave me alone. He, you know, it escalated at that point. I had been there by 10 months and it escalated. He was angry that I had not allowed him into my apartment. And long story short, I had to call the police because he was putting threatening notes on my door, you know, just all types of stuff. And then his wife joined in too, you know, in the harassment. And I called the police. The day after they called the police, an eviction was filed on me. I'm really upset because I go on the local courts and see the eviction, and they called the police on me twice that night, making up lies saying that I was being a disturbance in the household, but I was literally crying. I fled to a homeless shelter out of fear that they would continue to harass me and use the law enforcement to harass me because they have ties with the police. He has an ear open door with the mayor. So I was basically in a situation where I wasn't being believed. The police that did come, you know, at first they were like, oh, this is just a welfare call, but then they were harassing me too. So I just left. My family, what family I have, I had an aunt and a cousin, and they were like, oh, he's not harassing you. He's old. He's 74 years old. He's not going to do anything to you. And I had nowhere to go because I was going to go to a homeless shelter the day after they filed eviction. But my cousin convinced me to go back. Oh, they're not harassing you. Oh, you're the one who's playing loud music. You're too much for them. This is your fault. And literally just trying to victim blame. But I had nowhere to go. So, of course, I'm going to choose to stay there until I can figure something out. Had no support system, you know. About 2 or 3 days later, you know, trying to find a place to stay because I know the inevitable, and being told by my aunt, leave me alone. You're disturbing my peace. This is your fault. You're the cause of all of this. You figure it out. You know, so just being so lost, so confused. So just choosing to leave, just choosing to leave. I left on Martin Luther King Day, and was even being harassed then, wouldn't let the people who were helping me move. The landlord wouldn't let the people helping me move use a dolly to get some of my things out because obviously just trying to make things harder. You know, moved out, had to go to a shelter, still had to deal with the court date for the eviction. By the grace of God, the eviction was dismissed. So yeah, there's that. It was dismissed. But then, because I have a pending eviction, everywhere I go, I'm getting denial, denial, denial. 4 places denied me. Even after the eviction was dismissed, still getting denied because an eviction had been filed. They don't care that I did, in fact, have to get a restraining order on my landlord, because even after I left, he was still asking people in the building where I had left to. He actually showed up to court in a full mask, COVID mask, trying to be hidden. And I served him the restraining order papers in court. He was cowardly, so his wife filed under her name, but they still just threw it out. They lied and said I stole a microwave, and which was mine. That microwave was mine. They took their microwave out. And that I stole a window AC in the middle, and I moved in December, so I still have a damages hearing for that. It's just been a lot of stuff. I've been in the homeless shelter. Homeless shelters are not easy places to stay in. I'm thanking God that I have shelter, but it's hard. The front desk staff treats you like trash. I've had 3 roommates. The first roommate was just so depressed, just down, I couldn't be around that energy. I request to be moved. My second roommate attacked me because she didn't like me praying, and they kicked her out because she tried to attack me. The third roommate tried to sexually assault me, was butt naked in her bed when you have a whole roommate, followed me to the shower while I was taking a bath. You know, she just being a sexual deviant, being perverted. And just going through that, having to get my bags checked. And the social workers who work here are more concerned. They'll call you to their office and ask you to snitch on other people. Who's doing drugs? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Not giving a damn about whether you have housing or not. They don't seem to care nothing about that. They really don't. And, you know, in the midst of this, trying to find a house, trying to find somewhere to live, still getting denied. Still getting denied because of a pending eviction or off of a domestic violence stalking type of situation. But you know what? I'ma still praise God. Am I in pain right now? Do I not understand why this is happening? I don't, because it's been hard. It's been hard just to maintain just that confidence in yourself even. And it's like, did I do something to help for this to happen? And just having to stay strong, because you have to stay strong in the shelter situation. You have to, or you're not gonna make it. Being, you know, just that in my job. They hate me on my job. Prejudice. Just a lot of prejudice. I came in one position, they've put me in another position that I did not want to be in, and just trying so hard to get another job. Trying not to let clue nobody in that I'm homeless, because people do judge you for being homeless. They feel like it's your fault. They'll judge you. They will. And I don't know what prompted me to go live right now, or not live, but post this video, create this video. But I've always wanted to be a YouTube vlogger. And I just want everybody out there who's facing homelessness to stay encouraged, to keep encouraged, because the only way you're going to make it out of this situation, it's not by your strength. It's by the grace and mercies of God. And do I still thank God in this circumstance? Yes, I do. Because I could be living under a bridge somewhere. And God does work in mysterious ways, because I did meet my boyfriend at the last place where the landlord filed eviction, and I love him. He's the love of my life. He is. He's the love of my life. He's been nothing but a support, trying to actively get me out of this situation. Has been nothing but a help in so many different ways. Financially, emotionally, just everything. Spiritually, my brother in Christ, keeping me encouraged, helping me to understand that the only way I'm going to get out of this situation is not by my strength, not by my strength, by the grace and mercies of God. And, for everybody out there who judges people for being homeless, this can happen to anybody. And you think that a lot of people are homeless because, oh, you don't have money, you're lazy, you won't work. I work every single day. I've worked every day, even in this circumstance. And I know that I can't even let my employers know that about the situation, because if I did, they'd probably find some way somehow to do something wicked, and I take a risk by even posting this, but I don't know, something in my heart is telling me to do this. I don't know why, but I just want to be brave for people who are in situations or circumstances like this that are beyond their control, that are not their fault. Please don't think it's your fault. And as I say this to you guys out there, I'm saying it to myself. It's not your fault. There's just some wicked people out here who actively get off on hurting others. But God overcame this world. And yes, I am still praising God in this circumstance. Nobody can keep me from doing that. I will always lift his name on high, because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, my landlord could have killed me. He's a Vietnam vet with a head injury, with guns all up and through his house. Women get killed every day in the type of situation I came out of. But God saw fit to see me through that situation and see me out of that situation. Do I like my job? No. Do they treat me like trash? Yes. But I have a job. I have a source of income through this. I have a good man by my side. I have shelter. And I'm praising God. I'm lifting his name on high. I am. I'm going to continue lifting his name on high. And I just want everybody out there, just pray for me, because I need prayer right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm on the verge and have broken down, but I have fallen down, and I'm down right now, but I'm not out. I'm not out. I'm not out. This ain't the end. And I hope to give y'all some updates in the near future about how I'm doing, and the updates on the situation and the circumstance. But just be encouraged and be kind to people, because you never know what nobody's going through. Because honestly, if you was to see me, you would never know I was homeless. You wouldn't. You would never know I'm living in no shelter. And I want to keep it that way, because I don't want to be judged off of nothing that nobody has no right to judge me off of. And it's my battle. But then I just heard the Lord say right now, as I was just saying, that's y'all, that the battle's not mine, it's the Lord's. So I'm just gonna stay encouraged and stay strong, and I'ma still thank him regardless. And y'all thank him too. Praise be to the Most High God. Once again, this is Charisma Calhoun. God bless everybody out there. I pray for y'all. Y'all pray for me too, y'all. Peace.